Carter Center started its digital threats work in 2019 through our democracy programs. It was becoming increasingly evident in our election observation and broader democracy work that it was impossible to disentangle what was happening online from what was happening in the physical world.
We're talking about online disinformation, hate speech, cyber attacks, cyber surveillance, and internet shutdowns.
The Carter Center has done digital threats work first in South Africa, where we did a pilot mission for their most recent national elections. And we've gone on to do work in Myanmar, Ethiopia, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, and we've done some initial work in South and Central America.
We typically partner with local organizations that understand the threat landscape, and we transfer the knowledge and tools necessary for them to identify, analyze, and mitigate threats. In Ethiopia, we collaborated with Georgia Tech to provide training and tools to enable a local partner to monitor and identify disinformation and hate speech in real time and flag content for Facebook. We partnered with NewsGuard to analyze the dissemination and spread of content by misinformation repeat offenders on social media during the 2020 U.S. elections. And we proposed recommendations for concrete steps that platforms could take to preserve freedom of expression while mitigating potential harms.
We'll continue to work to mitigate and fight against those digital threats that we see in the world, whether it's through our democracy programs, or our human rights programs, our rule of law work, or our work in conflict resolution.
Fighting against digital threats isn't about necessarily solving the problem, which sounds cynical, but I don't mean it that way. It's that just as in any other field, as we get better at combating digital threats, the people in the interests that are very powerful who are attempting to distort this space will continue to innovate as well.
It's critical that we start to really address this as a society. It's not going to get better, it's only going to get worse. The kind of work that we're doing can reduce the impact of disinformation that could destabilize democracies, fortify defenses against cyber attacks that could undermine legitimate governments, and deter actors who seek to silence human rights defenders and perpetrate violence.